Hey YouTube, so there's this post going around of Blue Ivy, and most of you know that Blue Ivy is Beyonce and Jay-Z's oldest daughter. She is almost 10 years old. And most of you also know that before Blue was even born, before we even saw her, before we even knew her gender or her name, before this child was even able to comprehend anything or was old enough to understand right from wrong, before she was even old enough to comprehend who her parents were, or even before she even knew who she was, you had grown adults bullying this child. I mean, saying horrible things about her that I can't even repeat, horrible conspiracy theories, horrible rumors, horrible, negative, nasty, disgusting, insidious things that grown adults were saying about this child before she was even born. Okay. And then once she was born and grew into a toddler, the comments were even worse. And what makes the situation crazier is the fact that most of the nasty negative comments were coming from Black women. Black women, the same women who say that they are the most oppressed, the most disrespected, the most neglected, the most unprotected, the same group of women who say that they are undervalued, disrespected, the same group of women who complain about how Black men don't love them, don't value them, don't cherish them, the same group of women who say these things are the same group of women, the same people who were bashing this innocent Black little girl. Do you see the irony there? The same group of women who deal with disrespect and neglect from other groups of people are the same women who were bashing an innocent little Black girl who will grow into a Black woman just like them. Okay? I can't even repeat some of the things that I've heard people say about this child, but just know that if you remember back in those days, people were going in on this child. I mean, people were going in on this child. Black women, there were other people too, but for the most part, it was Black women. You even had a Black woman who decided to start a petition for Beyonce to comb Blue Ivy's hair the way she wanted it to be combed. Okay, this Black woman could have made a petition against, let's say, world starvation, poverty, capitalism, the horrible, fucked up justice system, the horrible, fucked up healthcare system, the thousands and thousands of Black girls who go missing every year. She could have made a petition about anything. But no, she took her time to make a petition for Beyonce to comb Blue Ivy's hair the way she wanted it to be combed. And I say it that way because even though Blue Ivy's hair was not done traditionally, because a lot of Black women, when their baby girls are even when they're infants, a lot of Black women take the time to run a comb through their daughter's hair, part their daughter's hair, put grease and other products in their daughter's hair, and put hair bows and ties and barrettes in their daughter's hair at a very young age. That's kind of like a traditional style for Black women. You see a lot of little Black girls with braids and beads and barrettes and twists and things like that. Okay. Very rarely do you see a Black girl with Blue's hair texture. Now, judging from Blue's pictures, I'm guessing her hair is somewhere between 4B and 4C. She has like a mixture, according to the pictures that I see. She definitely has type 4 hair, okay? And it's not usual for you to see a little Black girl with this hair texture for her hair to just be out free, carefree, the way Beyonce and Jay-Z let Blue wear her hair. They didn't put a bow on it for the most part. They didn't put bows in her hair. They didn't part her hair. They didn't section her hair off. They just let Blue wear her hair out like this, as you see it now. Okay? And a lot of Black people, a lot of Black women had a problem with that. They had a serious, serious problem with that. And they don't just do it to Blue Ivy. I saw them do it to Angelina Jolie's Black daughter. You guys, a lot of you may be familiar with Angelina Jolie. She adopted multiple children, and one of her daughters is black. She's Ethiopian, and she has a similar hair texture to Blue Ivy. And when Angelina Jolie's daughter was a toddler, Angelina Jolie let her black daughter wear her hair naturally in its natural state without any style or accessories. And you have black women online trashing Angelina Jolie for not combing her black daughter's hair. I've seen it with I forgot who the lady, I forget her real name, but she played Rudy Huxtable on the Cosby Show. She's a grown woman now. I forget her name in real life, but I saw them do it to her daughter. Her daughter has natural type 4 hair, and there was a picture of her daughter online with her puffs, and you have black women going in on that. And who else? Even Gabrielle Union's daughter. You had people going in on Gabrielle Union's daughter's features. You had black women going in on Gabrielle Union's daughter's hair. So you have the same group of people, black women, who say that they're the least respected, they're disrespected, they're neglected, they're undervalued. These women who scream and cry about black men not loving them, about black men leaving them when they become successful. The same group of women who cry out and complain about these things are the same group of people who bully little black girls for their natural type 4 hair. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, so when you think about grown black women being bitter, being angry, being defensive, you have to really try to understand what they went through when they were little black girls, okay? Because little black girls get this treatment before they can even comprehend anything else, before they know right from wrong, before they're even given the opportunity to make a mistake or do something wrong, before they can even comprehend life itself. You have people, grown black women, trashing these little black girls. It happens in black households all over America. You have the black grandmother, you have the black mother who makes horrible, disparaging comments about their black daughter's hair. My own mother is a black woman. I'm a black woman, and I have type 4 hair. And my experience with my black mother doing my hair was never anything pleasant. She would just take a small tooth comb and she would just rake through my hair. No regard for the amount of pain I was in, not even trying to minimize the amount of damage she was doing. She would just rake through my hair, pulling my hair out. And by the time she was done combing my hair, I had a huge pile of hair on the floor because she didn't take her time to properly moisturize and detangle my hair with her hands, and then use a wide tooth comb, and then use a detangling brush. She didn't take the time to do that. She was disgusted with my hair. So instead of her learning how to properly take care of it, she just raked the comb through it. And then she followed up with very tight barrettes, very tight hair balls, very tight braids and twists, to the point where my edges were falling out. And I distinctly remember being 8 years old, getting a perm against my will. Okay. And don't get me wrong, y'all. I was taught to hate my hair from my own black mother, from my own black grandmother, from my own black aunties. Okay. I did not learn to love my hair until I was an adult and was able to move out and make my own decisions. When I was 17 years old, I moved out. I did my research online because my hair never grew. I was the bald-headed, nappy-headed black girl in high school, the girl who couldn't even put her hair in a ponytail. Okay, I was disgusted with my hair. Okay, I was disgusted with my hair. I thought that I was cursed. I didn't know what to do to make my hair grow. I didn't know what to do with it. But once I got away from my toxic ass family, I did my research online. And I learned the truth about my hair. I learned the truth about how to properly take care of it. I learned the truth about what my hair needs to be healthy. I learned the truth about what I can do to protect my hair and to retain my length. And guess what? 8 years later, my hair is bra strap length. bra strap length, the same hair that wouldn't grow, the same hair that I used to get bullied for, the same hair that I used to despise. I have a big, beautiful, huge, shiny, thick afro. And I don't even feel the need to straighten my hair anymore because I've fallen in love with my hair in its natural state. Because guess what? It's healthy. I know what it needs and I know how to take care of it. But I just stopped to think, like, what if I continued the cycle? What if I continued the cycle and never decided to do my research, never decided to learn the true history of my hair, the true benefits of my hair? What if I never took the time to get out of that ignorance that I was forced into when I was a child? I would have repeated the cycle, and I probably would have been the same Black woman online bashing little Black girls for their natural hair. So why am I making this video? Well, guess what? Like I said, Blue Ivy, when she was a toddler, they didn't really style her hair. They probably moisturized it, put some oil in it, put some moisturizing cream in it, but they didn't style it. They didn't section it off. They didn't do any of that, but they did take care of it. I mean, look at Blue Ivy's hair. It's thick, it's shiny, it's full. This child has always had a head full of hair, always, from the moment she was born. Blue Ivy always had a head full of hair. Why is it important for me to say that? Well, guess what? There's this post going around of Blue Ivy, and as you can see, Blue Ivy's hair has flourished. Like I said, she's almost 10 years old, so that means that this child has been natural for 10 years. Now, if I can be natural for 2 years and grow my hair past my shoulders, how long do you think it would take Blue Ivy to grow her hair down her back when she's been natural for 10 years? Okay, so here's the post. It says, remember when y'all was concerned about blue hair not being done? Well, here are the result of not putting tension, chemicals, heat, and unnecessary stress on a little girl's hair. But y'all carry on doing what you do to your baby girl hair. Meanwhile, Blue's edges are thriving. Okay? So, for the most part, the comments were positive. You have a lot of people praising Blue and Beyonce because Black women who know how to take care of natural hair knew what Beyonce was doing. They knew that she knew what she was doing. It is a good idea to let the hair breathe. It's a good idea to have low maintenance styles on natural hair so that the hair doesn't pull and cause breakage on itself. It was clear as day that Beyonce was purposely keeping her child's hair natural. And Beyonce even said it in a song. What did she say? She said, I love my baby's hair with baby hair and afros. Beyonce loved her daughter's nappy, thick, afro textured hair. She loves her daughter's hair. Okay? Her daughter's hair didn't have to be in barrettes and beads to be beautiful. Her daughter's hair didn't have to be straightened to be beautiful. Beyonce loved her little girl's hair the way it was, and she allowed her child to wear her hair the way it naturally grew from her scalp for the most part. Obviously they picked her hair out in this picture, but it's clear as day that Beyonce loved her daughter's hair the way it was, and she even wrote it in a song. But for whatever reason, you have a whole sector of Black women who just hated this child's hair. Okay? So why is this important? Well, guess what? Blue Ivy's hair has thrived, okay? Her hair has thrived and flourished. Her hair is long, it's thick. I'm pretty sure her hair is down her back now. I mean, it is. As you can see from this video, look at Blue Ivy's hair. Okay? And what's crazy is that instead of Black women taking their L, instead of Black women admitting that they were wrong, instead of Black women just acknowledging the fact that they made a mistake, what do you have them doing? Now, again, for the most part, people were excited. They were happy about it. Like, yes, look at what happens when you keep your child's hair natural. Look at what happens when you take care of her hair properly. This is what happens. The hair grows, the hair is healthy, the hair is thick, and the hair can grow. But what do you have some Black women still saying? That's not her real hair. I know that's crochet. I know that's weave. I know that those are clip-ins. That's not her real hair. Really? Really? So you're telling me that a child who has had a head full of hair since the moment she was born, okay, because Blue was not a bald head baby ever. Blue was never a bald headed baby. She always had a head full of hair. So you're telling me that this little girl who has been natural for almost 10 years, you're telling me that it's impossible for her hair to be that long after being natural for 10 years? And don't get me wrong, Beyonce now uses a lot of protective styles in Blue Ivy's hair. Beyonce does put Blue Ivy's hair in braids quite often, which is something that a lot of Black women do. We all know that braids, when installed properly, can help retain the length of the hair. So yes, Beyonce does now do a lot of protective styles in Blue Ivy's hair. Okay, but Blue Ivy's real natural hair is long, is thick, is full, and it's thriving. So, but the issue is that you still have Black women who won't take the L, who won't acknowledge it, and instead of admitting that they were wrong, they're sitting here saying that, oh no, that's not her real hair, that's a crochet. You would think that these women walked up to Blue Ivy and stuck their hand through Blue Ivy's scalp or through Blue Ivy's strands to see if it's real. You have Black women saying, well, I need proof that this is her hair. I need proof. Really, bitch? You need proof that this is her hair? Why is it that, and let me talk about Zuri James. So a lot of you know Zuri James. She is LeBron James and Savannah James' beautiful daughter. And Zuri is also a little girl who has been natural since birth. Okay, she has natural hair. And Zuri's hair is beautiful. It's thick. It's super long. I mean, it's probably down to her butt by now. Okay. So there was this photo, or there was this image of Zuri's hair being straightened. Okay. Or this image of Zuri's hair straight. Okay. No one questioned if it was her real hair. No one questioned if it was weave. No one accused it of being tracks. No one accused it of being crochet. You have Nix and Nay, who are an internet sensation. Two beautiful Black little girls who have long, thick, full hair. Okay. You don't have people in the comments saying, that's crochet. That's not their real hair. I know that's not their real hair. I need proof that this is their hair. I need proof that this is her real hair. You don't see them saying it about them. You don't see them saying it about beautiful Zuri. But for whatever reason, Black women can't accept that they were wrong and that this is Blue Ivy's real hair. You have them saying, well, the texture is different. Let me explain something to y'all about natural hair, especially type 4 hair. When you pick out your type 4 hair, okay, or when you stretch your hair, you can stretch your hair with bands, you can stretch your hair with thread, you can blow dry the hair, you can stretch your hair, and it can give the appearance of your texture being different, okay? That's fucking normal. If you are a Black woman who is well versed in natural hair, you know that it's fucking normal for the hair to shrink and look shorter than what it actually is. And you also know that you can stretch the hair. And when you stretch the hair, it loosens your strands, giving the appearance of a different hair texture, especially if you use heat. So you have Black women in the comments saying, well, her hair texture is different. I need proof that this is her real hair. I'm confused. Are y'all not aware that when you stretch the hair, it creates a looser texture? Are you crazy? And then some of y'all also don't know that when you have natural hair, especially type 4 hair, you can have type 4 you can have 4B hair in the middle of your head. You can have 4C hair in the back of your head. You can have 4A hair in the front of your head. A lot of Black women have a mixture of different textures, me included. So it's like the texture looks different. Well, duh, her hair is clearly stretched. And she probably naturally has multiple hair textures. But it's like y'all don't want to accept that y'all were wrong, so y'all are going to keep coming up with bullshit y'all are going to keep coming up with bullshit excuses as to why you can't accept that this is Blue Ivy's real hair. And then someone else was saying, well, the color is different. The color is different. What are you talking about? The color is different. Blue Ivy has like a, you know how when you're like, if it's darker, your hair looks darker. I don't know how to explain it, but depending on the lighting that you're around, your hair can look darker. And then if you are put it directly in light, your hair can look more brown. Okay. So what do you, I mean, that's just common sense. Like, y'all know, y'all just be trying to play stupid since it's Blue Ivy. But my thing is, why are you acting like it's so fucking impossible for this to be her natural hair? Why? The child has been natural since she was born. The child has been natural her whole life. Why are you acting like it's so fucking impossible for this to be her real hair? It's like y'all just don't want to admit that y'all were wrong. Y'all don't want to admit it. This child has never been bald headed. She's always had a head full of hair. Why can't y'all just accept the fact that y'all were wrong and accept the fact that this is her real hair? For you to say, I know for a fact that's weave. No, you don't. You didn't put your hand through Blue Ivy's hair. You don't know her personally. You can't sit here and say, I know for a fact that that's not her hair. Why are you acting like it's so impossible for this to be her hair when black women everywhere are growing their hair? You have black women who document their hair growth journeys, and you have black women who are growing their hair within 4 years, black women growing their hair within 2 years. Why is it that black women everywhere who go natural can grow their hair long, but for whatever reason you can't accept the fact that Blue Ivy, who has been natural her whole life, now has long, beautiful, thick, healthy hair? The real explanation is that y'all, there's something wrong with y'all. There's something wrong with y'all, okay? For you to have this much disdain and hatred for a child is just fucking ridiculous. Now, if you're not a Beyonce fan, if you're not a Jay-Z fan, what the fuck does that have to do with Blue Ivy? I don't understand. Like, it's like you have some type of resentment for her parents, so you go around and you spew that hatred onto their innocent child. I don't understand that logic. The same group of women who claim that they're the most disrespected, neglected, black men don't value them, society doesn't value them, the world is so hard on them, are the same group of women who will turn around and bully little black girls. And it's not just Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy is just an example of what's really happening in the black community. What's happening in black households all over the world, all over America. You have black grandmothers, black mothers who are saying horrible, disparaging things about their daughter's hair. So people act shocked when black girls grow up and want to get weaves and want to get wigs and want to straighten their hair, because their whole life, even by their own parents, they've been told that their hair is problematic. Their hair is a burden. Their hair is hard to take care of. Their hair is too much to deal with. The same, like I said, this is not simply just about Blue Ivy. Like I said, this happens to a lot of little black girls, a lot of little black girls who are born to celebrity parents. I noticed that when these little girls wear their hair out in their natural froze, black women have an issue with it. But you can get a biracial child. You can get a biracial child who has loose curls and they can wear their hair out wild and free, but no one says anything. No one says anything. When are black women going to take accountability for the predicament that they're in? Because I can sit up here and say that black men are problematic, black men are disrespectful, black men don't value black women. But at the end of the day, if you really think about it, a lot of black women don't value themselves. You have black women who will be so hard and mean and bitter to their black daughters, but they will tell their sons that they are kings. They will give their son passes. They will let their sons have a social life. They won't force their sons to do chores. They won't give their sons any responsibilities. They won't discipline their sons. But on their little black girls, they are so harsh and strict. Their little daughters have to help with the younger children. Their daughters have to help with homework. Their daughters have to do chores. Hell, sometimes their daughters have to cook. Their daughters have to have perfect grades. Their daughter has to stay home and can't go out and have fun. Their daughter's not allowed to date. They have so much disdain and hatred, and they're so strict on little black girls. They talk about black girls' bodies. They talk about black girls' hair. And you put so much of this tension and stress on a little black girl when she grows up into a mean and bitter black woman. Why? What else did you expect? What else did you expect? I can sit up here and I can make videos about what black men are doing wrong, but when are black women going to be held accountable for their bullshit? When are black women going to be held accountable for the part that they play in this fucking situation that we're in right now? The self-hate, the colorism, the texturism. You're going to sit up here and act like black women don't have anything to do with that? The same black women who will complain about colorism, texturism, fetishization of the black woman's body, the same black women who will complain about black men not working, not providing, not protecting, are the same black women who will turn around and bully little black girls, who will be hard and strict and tough on little black girls. You're calling your son a king. You're calling your black sons kings. You're coddling your black sons. You're babying your black sons. You're not giving your black sons any responsibility. You're not getting them any chores. You're not tough on them when it comes to their grades. But the black daughters, they got to help you raise the kids. They got to help you cook. They got to help you clean. They got to have perfect grades. They can't go out and have fun with their friends. If they dress, if their shirt is too tight, if their skirts are too short, you punish them. But your sons can walk around with their pants hanging down their ass. You don't say shit to them. But you're so fucking tough and mean and bitter on the little black girls. And then they grow up into bitter black women. They grow up into black women who want to get nose jobs. They grow up into black women who want to get their hair straightened. They grow up into black women who have self-hate issues, and you wonder where it's coming from. When are black women going to be held accountable for the part that they take in colorism, in texturism, and all that other shit? When are black women going to be held accountable? Because it's easy for us to continue to point our fingers at black men. And I'm not saying to stop pointing your fingers at black men. But at this point, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing black women bullying little black girls, but then turning around complaining about how black women are not respected. Look at what you're doing to little black girls. You need proof that this child's hair is real? Why? You don't question little mixed girls. You don't question other girls of the celebrities that you like, but y'all have an issue with this child. Y'all have an issue with her so badly that you need proof that this child's hair is real. Clearly, this is a protective style. Clearly, these are braids, obviously. But you're acting like it's so fucking impossible for this afro to be hers, for this blowout to be all hers, even though she's been natural her whole life. You have black women who are doing the big chop and then growing their hair out 4 years later. But this child who's been natural for 10 years, for whatever reason, you need proof that this is her real hair. Because y'all have an issue with this child. Y'all have an issue with this little black girl. What is it? And I'm going to be honest, it's not most people. Most of it is love. But when are we going to hold that sector of the black female community accountable for the part that they take in colorism and texturism and featureism? When are we going to hold these women accountable? I'm done.